Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
This is Mr Kung Fu on the ZX Spectrum. I thought I'd revisit this homebrew because basically, obviously it was originally released in 2018 by Uprising Games, but yeah, basically this rights a massive wrong on the Spectrum, and that is its port of Kung Fu Master, obviously the arcade game by IRAM in 1984, is it? I love that in the arcades. I was shit at it. I could never get off level 1, pretty much could never get off level 1 in its own version on the Spectrum, which was by US Gold. Kind of loosely based on the, it was called Spartan X, wasn't it, in Japan, which makes it a Jackie Chan movie, but I personally think it was obviously loosely based on the pagoda sequence in Game of Death. Anyway, so it was ported originally by US Gold, and I say US Gold, it was released by US Gold, but it was actually done by Ocean. So, and that was 1986, so there was no excuse for it being as poor as it was. They could have done a pretty decent port of the arcade machine in 1986. But even worse, excuse me, was the fact that it was Ocean. Ocean were royalty on the Spectrum, and they released Kung Fu Master. Shame on them, shame on them. Right, I do have a gameplay of that version, but you're better off giving it a miss. It looks like a pup, it plays like a pup, it sounds like a pup. So these guys did their own version called Mr Kung Fu, formerly known as Master Kung Fu. See what I did there? Yeah, I laugh at my own jokes. And it's basically a righted version of Kung Fu Master, written from the ground up. And it's basically a port of the arcade machine. Now, I am balls at this, but for anyone who does not know that this is a thing, apologies for the background, I was living in the West Country, and I don't think... Is there music? I can't remember. I can't remember if it's a 128K or 48K game, but we'll find out. But yeah, so those people who didn't know this existed, but absolutely love Kung Fu Master, now you can write that or fix that wrong that was done to you by US Gold and Ocean, and play a decent version of it. And by that I mean it's as balls terrifically hard as the arcade game. Right, so 4 redefined, fire, M, O left, P right, Q up, A down, keys are champions, keys are champions. I got a horrible feeling it's 48K by the noise it made when I defined the keys, but oh well. Maybe not then. Your love, Sylvia's in custody. Custody? In custody now. Oh, well, don't let me read it then. Enemies health top left, that'll be the boss. Mine underneath that. Time top right. And what floor you're on. Score underneath in the middle. And to the left of that are my lives. So up and fire is that. Fire by itself is punch. Down fire is punch. Down forward and fire is leg sweep. Forward and up and fire is that. Satisfying. Now obviously they do what they do in the arcade. It's not the best graphics. It's certainly a massive improvement over the Ocean version. I mean, was that time constraint where they would tie in to US Gold at that point, weren't they? Didn't Ocean get half of US Gold's money or something? I can't remember. No! The pink is my life then, and the enemy's is green. I'm a retard. Get off! Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to make excuses. This is not a game to play on rubber mat. It just doesn't feel right. I think it's probably better off playing on joystick. Anyway, there is music. Fuck off. It's on the smallest loop ever, and I can't even get off level 1 for fuck's sake. Oh, effective. Oh yeah, forward and fire, kick. Basically, Vigilante is the spiritual sequel, isn't it? Oh! Look at them apples. Awkward pauses, Mutt's concentrating going on. Jesus, this is brutal. But then having said that, accurate to the source material, isn't it? No, you motherfucker! I can't have been far then. I might have to fire up this on the Wii so I can play it with a proper keyboard. The devils or something, fire it once. I should read that, shouldn't I? Look at that! See, it's tempting just to use this kick, but if you mistime it, you just get absolutely spanked. Oh, fucked already. I'm sure there are people out there who've played this version and they're like, man, you suck at this, I can piss through this on one fucking life. Good for you, Willie Luckles. I thought that might be the future now. Yeah, the controls are pretty tight. It just doesn't, I can't explain it, it doesn't. You need a stronger, more tactile response for your fire button and not squidgy dead zombie flesh, if you know what I mean. So we don't even get to see the next level goes from left to right, like the arcade, and we have those dragons and shit. I can't remember how far I got on this the first time I played it. To be fair, the sound effects aren't that bad because they're satisfying. And that's what it's about. Cheeky. Should have invited all your mates around, mate, then we could have all fucking gone in there and fucked them up. Instead of, well, I've been invited to my own funeral, haven't I? Concentrating. Yoink! My hand is cramping like a motherfucker. Yeah, play this on joystick. Or just don't be shit at it. That's the boss. Yay! I've achieved something today. So we're going in the right direction. Shitfoot yet? No! Jesus! It doesn't mess around, does it? Holy fuck balls! Yeah, this isn't going to happen, is it? Yeah, they really didn't mess around, did they? When they put this, run. Bollocks. I don't have it in me to have another go. Mr Kung Fu on the ZX Spectrum, basically a good version of Kung Fu Master, and by that I mean a little too good because it's too accurate to the arcade and therefore it kicks my ass, and possibly yours. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this, and fuck it, what do you think of the original one? Thank you very much for watching, I'll see you later.